Hi, this is Sheldon St. Clair of St. Clair Knowledge Management Productions. Thanks very much for selecting this video to watch. We're going to look at the 6 project management steps for this particular life cycle, and I'll kind of provide some narrative as to what each step is. Now, there are different project management life cycles and different methodologies as well. So if you're using Prince2 or PMI, or you may have an in-house one, you'll have kind of like different steps. Okay, I've given you one which is which is one that you can use. Okay. This is just some information about kind of copyrights. You're free to use the information in this presentation, but please don't kind of sell it or kind of or copy it for commercial uses. Okay, and this is kind of like my website. So if you want to kind of like look at more information, more videos, then please do so. Okay, so the first step is the initiation step. This is the idea, i.e., what is it that we want to do? Okay, so the initiation step is the beginning of the project. In this step, the idea for the project is explored and elaborated. The goal is to examine its feasibility. In addition, decisions will have to be made as to who's actually going to carry it out. Will it be in-house? Will it be outsourced? Are you going to use different suppliers? Who's going to do what? And whether this project's got agreement, whether it will get funding. Okay. The next step is the definition step. So this is basically the what. So when you kind of like done your kind of like your project plan, what you look at now is, okay, what requirements are associated with the project? What is it kind of like that the user, that the customer actually kind of like want? What are the expectations for the people that kind of like are involved in that? Okay. The design step. So this is kind of like this is how we're going to do it. You may kind of come up with a number of different sort of solutions, and it's really kind of for you to decide, okay, which is the best one that fits in with your time scale and your cost and your quality. The list of requirements that were developed in this stage are used to make the final kind of like design choices. Okay. Okay, now during the development part of the project, everything that will be needed to implement the project is arranged. So potential suppliers or subcontractors are brought in, a project plan, a Gantt chart is made, materials and tools are ordered if you're working on a construction type project or even an IT one as well, and instructions are given to personnel and so forth. So if you've got a project team, then kind of like the assignments, the tasks and activities are are given to people for them to actually do their bit, and you're kind of like monitoring and tracking that. The development step is complete when implementation is ready to start. All matters must be clear for the parties to carry out. So you must kind of get it signed off. This is where we are. You may have a project board or a steering committee or a project team. So once kind of everybody is happy, then you can move into the implementation bit. Okay. Right. Okay. Implementation. The project takes shape during the implementation step. It involves the construction of the actual project. So if you're working on a construction project, then it's actually the building of the house or the data center. If it's an IT project, then it's basically the coding. So all your project, your programmers will be involved. If you're on a say a business project, then it's the development of the process or the documents. Okay. Yeah, and during this step, kind of like the project becomes visible to outsiders. So this is where you kind of like start to communicate Well, you're tracking and you're monitoring the project, and you're communicating progress to um, your internal stakeholders, your sponsor, and external stakeholders as well. You'll probably do this in the form of reports, whether it's weekly reports or monthly reports, and you may kind of like use different formats like project dashboards, um, using like RAG statuses. Okay, looking at risk and issues, and it may well be that decisions are required as well. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, just saying that the implementation step is a doing bit, and once you've kind of like done that, then you're probably going to get a team in place to test a solution. You're probably going to get users involved as well. Okay, so kind of like the final step of the six-step process is the follow-up step. So your project has gone live, it's been implemented, and it's being used. Now, during this step, everything is arranged that is necessary to bring the project to a successful completion. Examples of activities in this step include writing project management books or manuals, um, providing instruction and training of the users, setting up the help desk, maintaining the results, evaluating the project itself, writing the project report, um, and yeah, transferring the project to the operational or business as usual team, and then dismantling the project team as well. So yeah, some people call this project closure, um, and it may well be that kind of like 3 to 6 months after the project has been completed, that you hold a PIR, or a project implementation review. So this is kind of where you look at lessons learnt, you look at kind of what went well, what didn't go well. But you're looking at whether there are any kind of like issues or follow-up activities as well. Okay. So I hope you kind of like found this kind of useful. We do kind of go into these steps in a lot more detail, and actually break down these steps into its constituent parts and stages. But yeah, hopefully you found it useful. Kind of please provide some feedback. That'll be brilliant.